Welcome to this edition of Good Evening Ghana. This is one of those editions that you shouldn't miss because Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Antwi Bosiako, as the British people say. They say Mr. Antwi Bosiako, but the real pronunciation is Antwi Bosiako, is in the studio tonight. And Mr. Antwi Bosiako is also known as Chairman Wontumi. He's going to talk to us about the registration exercise in Ashanti. But when Wontumi is here, because he doesn't come to Accra often, and he might not be coming to Accra in these days because he's running an election, we're going to take liberties and ask him a wide range of questions, not just about the voters register, but a wide range of questions about many other things. So good evening, welcome to the show. But there are two other important matters that we're going to discuss. Right from here, we're going on to the touch screen. Forgive us that on Tuesday we weren't able to bring it to you. We're going to touch screen to show you who is getting the advantage from the numbers that the Electoral Commission puts out as being the number of registered voters in each region in Ghana. Greater Accra region, of course, obviously is the winner by registering an additional 315,000 people. But guess who is second? The Northern region. And we have in our analysis, so that we can have a useful comparative analysis, we have looked at the regions of 2020 as 10 regions. And so when we talk about Northern region, we have put in together the three Northern regions. That is the Savannah region, the Northern region, the Northeast region. We put them together. And the Northern region together is gaining something like 255,000. So after the Greater Accra region, the Northern region is the second region that got the highest addition from the 2016 figures. Why is that so? We're going to go into deep analysis about the political outcomes of the Northern region in 2012 and 2016, parliamentary and presidential, and then you can make your own guesses. As we keep saying, the reason why we are doing this is that on election night, we don't have to lead you that much because we would have set out the template. And so when you see the results coming and following a certain pattern, you know where the elections are going, so that we can all close early on election night and go home because the analysis will be obvious to everyone. That's why we are doing this. So tonight we're going to do a very pure political analysis with the Electoral Commission's figures. We're going to show you each region's number of registered votes and what it means politically, who is going to win the region. And we are focusing tonight on the Northern region and the Greater Accra region, and other subsequent programs we'll be looking at other regions. So that's coming up right now. As soon as I stand up from here, I'm going on to the touch screen and I'll do that. When I come back after the touch screen, I think that will take about 15 minutes maximum. I'll try and reduce the talking. I'll limit the grammar, and we'll do more numbers than grammar. A lot of numeracy today, as opposed to literacy, so that we can finish quickly and come and listen to Chairman Wontumi. Before Chairman Wontumi comes, though, we're going to show you how to own a house in Ghana in these days. In the COVID period, people have lost their jobs. Everything is very difficult. But a local Ghanaian company called Rehoboth is helping us to own houses. They'll be here in the studio to tell us what's happening this weekend, how they want to show you what you can own and how you can own it. So one of the executives will be here to talk to us just before Chairman Wontumi comes in. I have displayed these books on the table. Professor Ahoy's book, just to remind you that our promised program of the detailed analysis and comparative narrative analysis of Professor Ahoy's books and other books that have described the period that he describes in the book will be done. It will be done sometime next week. I still have copies of the book here. This is one, this is two. And so you should wait for that. It's still coming on sometime next week. I understand that many people are buying the book because of the controversy that it portends. It makes me feel like I should write a book as well, because I also have a lot of controversial stories to tell. Maybe not about Rawlings, but about other things and other people as far as the experience on Good Evening Ghana is concerned. With your kind permission. So maybe I'll write a book. But I want to recommend two books for you viewers tonight. Those of you who like a journalist and students alike. And for Christians, this is a book about the Apostle Paul, the man of grace and grit. It's an interesting book. It's a series, and this is about Paul. And you know that Apostle Paul is one of the most misunderstood authors in the Bible. It's by Charles Swindoll. And Charles Swindoll writes a lot about David and other people. This one is about Apostle Paul. You should get it, and you will thoroughly understand the analysis. And Paul was the most scholarly, of course, of all the writers of the Synoptic Gospel. And he came from a philosophical background. He came from a legal background. He learned under the feet of Gamaliel, who was in those days the ultimate philosopher of the Jewish tradition. So Paul writes from a very important historical, philosophical, political angle. And this book sort of talks about a lot about the Apostle Paul and how he does his things. Okay, now this one is another book. It's entitled Mao, and of course, for students of politics, you know who Chairman Mao is. Chairman Mao is the one who wrote the Chinese Revolution that has today benefited the whole world. When you talk about China benefiting the whole world, and then you remember the coronavirus, and you begin to wonder whether you should take away from that statement, but that's too controversial and too political for me. So I just will say that China has benefited the whole world. Chairman Mao is the one who wrote the Chinese Revolution. He was overthrown sometime in the 70s, and after his overthrow, the Chinese system began to open up, and they practiced what they called state capitalism. China today continues to run on state capitalism. One of the advocates of Mao, who is incidentally in prison in China, is a man called Bo Xilai. And if you read this book, you probably will understand how Bo Xilai, the one everyone thought was going to leave China by this time, is actually serving a jail term. It's entitled Mao, and it is on practice and contradiction. The V Revolutions, Practice and Contradiction. It's written by Slavoj Žižek. Slavoj Žižek, he wrote this book entitled Mao. It's a practice and contradiction. If you are a political journalist, you should read this, and it shows you how to assess politicians and how to find out the contradictions between what they say and what they do. Very, very interesting. And this assesses Chairman Mao on practice and contradiction. You should get it. So those are the two books that I'm recommending. The book recommendation is over now. We have already announced to you that Chairman Wontumi is in the studio. He's actually in his car. And when I approached his car and I sort of beckoned him to roll down the window, he did a little bit, and he told me that he's on the phone. He was all smiles. He's very hearty and quite excited. I'm sure he's talking to his people. And I saw him making a lot of notes as well in the car. We filmed it. Would you like to see it? Okay, I'll show it to you. But he's in his car out there. I told him that we're going to do some 20 minutes of a few things, and then we'll come to him. So break time and then Electoral Commission's figures. We are going to show you who is going to get a political advantage in December based on what the Electoral Commission has put out. This is Good Evening Ghana. It's live. After the break, I'll be on the touch screen. Stay tuned.
Ghana for high sense domosibe bray. Little true and ya pomudi adwumaye for. Corona yare baye. Won ye diniye. Ye koso asrese. Abanche say odi egu akwam no. Ye nkoso na ye niso. Ye yie di entra. Se wo pe home appliances a efe. Na eche ne bo da form afe entwe power. Yo bia be kan bia oboa. Eno ane high sense. High sense nema aye direct from factory. Ya na ye nti etimi promotion abrebia. High sense product abeto Ghana and one over Germany and America. Your fridge, air condition, TV, washing machine, gas cooker, blender, rice cooker, mobile phones, sound system, and even break home. You have 5 years manufacturer defects warranty. Mano, ya tete swama museo. Say yeah, no nose mask, no entry. High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Launching the most prestigious and luxurious deco showroom in Africa, we welcome you to Jamila Home, a 3,250 square meter, artistically iconic building, stocked with first-class quality furniture and antique, truly breathtaking.
Creating royal excellence for your executive and ambassadorial design and decor. Jamila Home. Welcome to Valley.
Imagine driving into your own home was no longer a dream, but a reality. Imagine a luxury home designed so people like you can afford. But imagination is considered thoughtless by some, maybe because we tend to be carried away by our imaginations or left misguided. At Rehoboth Properties, we understand imagination differently. In order to imagine something, one must dream. The Night Bridge, Babinya, is designed for dreamers like you. Households with varying financial capacities, offering a total of 1,700 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments on sale at unbelievable prices, so you can achieve your dreams and create with us a better future for all.
Executive Director of Dev-Traco Group. Dev-Traco is primarily a residential, commercial, and industrial real estate developers within Ghana as well as the sub-region. We focus in residential, commercial, as well as industrial development. I'd like to take this opportunity to appeal to all investors, both local and foreign, to consider Ghana as an investment choice and destination. Why should you? First of all, we have a very stable political environment, economy is sound, and pound for pound, I don't think you'll find anything better in the West African sub-region. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite both local and foreign investors to grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
Okay, so we are finally here, and the numbers are behind us. We're going to do this very quickly, and I'm sure that if you are a political animal, you're going to enjoy it. So these are the numbers that the Electoral Commission has put up for the voter registration exercise. We're going to see which region is the biggest gainer and which region is the loser. We're going to look at it in a certain order. And in doing so, we are comparing the difference of the figures of 2012 and 2016, and especially 2016 and 2020. So here we go. So there is a range in order of the highest. So Greater Accra region came up with the highest number of registered voters in 2012 and 2016 and 2020 as well. So Greater Accra has been leading the league table since the year 2012. And Ashanti region has come second since 2012. In 2012, 2016, 2020, Ashanti region. Eastern region is third as well in 2012, 2016, 2020. Western region follows in that order. Central region, Northern region. And when we say Northern region here, as I explained earlier, we have put together the Savannah, the Northern region itself, and the Northeast, just so that we can have a clear comparative analysis with other election years, 2012 and 2016. Bono Ahafo region, again, we have put it together. We have the Bono, we have the Ahafo and Bono East all together as one. Volta region, also we have put it together as the regular Volta region and the OT region, so that we can have a great comparative analysis. So that's Volta region over there. Upper East region, Upper West region, not much has changed. And then we have the grand total. So let's see what has happened. So Greater Accra region, and let's pick it, say, from 2016. In 2016, Greater Accra registered 3,115,000 and the rest. And in 2020, Greater Accra registered 3,500,805. So the addition, and I have to say that every region in 2020 have added. every region in 2020 has added. We're going to do different levels of analysis so we get into some of the fine details. But every region in Greater Accra in Ghana has added. So you can see it on your screen on the far right, the red column on the far right is the various additions. So the first one you see is 394,000. That's the addition that Greater Accra region has had. They have added as much as that, and they added the most in the analysis. The region that added the next highest was the northern region, and then I talked about that. That's interesting. So Greater Accra is number one. So if you're going to do a league table of who has added the most, you have Greater Accra 1, and you're going to have the northern region as 2. Greater Accra has added 394,549, almost 400,000 of additional registered voters in Greater Accra for the 2020 election upon the figures of 2016's election. That's very interesting. So we're going to spend some time on Greater Accra tonight. But who is second? It's not Ashanti, it's not Eastern, it's not Western, it's not Central, but it is the northern region. The northern region here has added 203,000. So northern region's figures in 2016 was 1.4,270,917. That was northern region in 2016. Northern region in 2020 is 1,631,580. That's northern region in 2016. Northern region comes up as the second largest addition to the voters registration roll. 203,000 voters have been added to the northern region. And here, for comparative analysis sake, the northern region means the Savannah, the northern region, and the northeast. So we're going to spend some time and try and understand who is gaining when the northern region is adding and who is gaining when Greater Accra region is added. That's a political analysis we're going to do. How are we going to do it? We're going to backtrack and sort of look at what has happened. Okay. Now, Ashanti region has added 139,000. So Ashanti region continues in the league table to be the second region with the highest number of registered voters, and they added 139,237. So Ashanti region moved from 2.8 million in 2016 to now 3,013,856,000. Ashanti region 3 million. And then Greater Accra region 3.5. So Ashanti continues to be the second region with the highest number of registered voters, and they have added, upon the 2016 figures, 139. Okay. Eastern region have added 22,000 only. Eastern region have added 22,000 to their list, and they still are third on the league table. They complete with a voter registration of 1.6 million. That's 1,628,180 for the Eastern region. That's Eastern region coming after Ashanti region. Western region comes as a third place on the league table. In addition, they have added 68,000. When we say Western region, we are talking about Western, Western North, and the regular Western region. So Western region, we are talking about regular Western region and Western North, two regions put together for the purpose of the analysis, but that have been split now to give Ghana the 16 region that we now have. 68,000 has been added to Western region, and tonight we're not analyzing Western region, but that's it, 68,000 has been added. Okay, Central region also came up with an amazing figure. Central region have added 160,000. On the league table, they remain fifth. They have added as much as 160,000 voters over the 4 years to their electoral roll, and they come up now with 1,566,061. That's the Central region. Of course, we have talked about the Northern region with the second highest addition, and that's 203,000. And the Bono Ahafo region added 149,316. It would appear that the biggest loser in the 2020 event, you have Volta region that has added the lowest, which is 508,000. Volta region has recorded in 2016 1,282,306. In 2020, Volta region, the number of registered voters recorded is 1,282,814, an addition of 508 voters to the electoral roll in the Volta region. And then we have Upper East has added 4,942. Another big addition is the Upper West region, which has added 64,000. Western region has added 64,000, but Upper West region has added 64,000, but Upper West region added 37,000 in 2012. Now let's focus on this column, the first red column, and let's just have a look at something. It's the purpose of the analysis. So this is 2012 to 2016. You will see that the additions here are greater. We will come and look at the grand total and then we understand it. But the additions here for every region is actually much greater. So Volta region, for instance, in 2012 to 2016, added 115,000. Ashanti region added 295,000. Greater Accra region added 295,000. Eastern region added 163,000. Western region added 147,000. Central region added 165,000. Northern region added 151,000. So if you look at this column, you will find that the additions from 2012 and 2016 are sufficiently greater than the additions that were made for the 2016 to 2020. So the total number of additions to the electoral roll 2012 to 2016 was 1.5 million. That's the last figure. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's 1.5 million, 1,598,579. And then for 2020, the total number that has been added is 1,206,000. So if you look at this roll, I think that the voter registration exercise was justified. You can see that there has been a trimming of the voter registration album. The portfolio of registered voters in Ghana has been trimmed, at least on the 2020 register. We'll see it in some detail when we come. But wait for the real political analysis. We're going to talk about who is benefiting and who is losing. Let's go to the next slide. And we put up now. Okay, so we're looking now at what we call the grand total of registered voters from 2008 up to 2020. And this is interesting. So 2008, we had 12 million people on the voters register. 2012, we moved to 14 million people on the voters register. The difference between 2012 and 2008 was an addition of 1.6 million. That's very important. Keep it in mind. From 2008 to 2012, the addition was 1.6 million, 1,686,132. Over the 4-year period of the election cycle, the Ghanaian voter registration portfolio moved up by 1.6 million. That's up to 2012. Let's move on. So 2016 brought 15 million people. Now the difference between the 2016 and the 2012 voter registration exercise actually went down to 1.5 million. So 2008 to 2012, we added 1.6. 2012 to 2016, we added 1.5. That's going down, actually. So that's 1,598,579. Now, guess what? Have a look. This is interesting. So from 2016 then to 2020, see what we added, 1.2 million. That's interesting, isn't it? Can you put this up? Sorry, can you put this up on the direct screen so viewers can see? Let's check it. Okay, yeah. So there it is. That's clearer. So you can see it now. So you see the first red, 1.6 million. That's the addition from 2008 to 2012 on the electoral roll. The next red box, you can see it, 1.5 million. That's the addition from 2012 to 2016. And there you have the amazing figure of 2020's addition coming down by 300,000 of the last one, 1.2 million. That's the justification, we think, for the purpose of the voters register. If the voters register hadn't come, we certainly would have had a register that is not reliable. That's a register that we were expecting it to grow, but a register that has gone down. So probably we can say that we have been going towards a much more credible register from 2008, 2012, 2016. That has been the story of our democratic experiment. Election cycle after election cycle, we have been going towards a more credible process. Of course, we know that from opaque ballot boxes to transparent ballot boxes, we have been moving on and on to voter ID card, biometric, etc. Now we have fingerprint and eye and all of that. So we've been moving well, and it appears that we have been actually moving well on the voters register as well. The addition is quite minimal. Let's look at the next slide, and I think that we are getting into the politics now. Okay, so now here is the for the 16 regions of Ghana, this is the final outcome that the Electoral Commission has put up. And we are putting this slide up because in our earlier slides, we had presented it as 10 regions for the purpose of the analysis. So here we are, Greater Accra region number 1. In the league table, it has 3.5 million. Ashanti follows with 3.13. Eastern region follows with 1.6. Central region is 4th. Western region is 5th. Northern region is 6th with, however, the second highest number of registered voters adding onto the electoral roll since the year 2016. Volta region is 7th, however, with the lowest number of voters adding onto the electoral roll. That's Volta region on 7th. Upper East region is 8th. Bono region is 4th. And of course, Volta region is Southern Volta, and because we're doing 16 regions. So the Bono region is 4th, Bono East is up there, Upper West region is 11th, Western North is 12th, OT region is 13, Ahafo is 14, Savannah is 15, and Northeast. So this is the slide on your screen now. You can see that is for all the 16 regions, just so that if you want to check, you can have a look at it in this manner. We have presented it as 10 regions for the purpose of the comparative analysis. Let's move on and see what we have. Okay, so we are now going to analyze the league table of the voters register and how it has been changing over the years. Not much has changed, I should say, but for the academic purposes, we put it up anyway. So this is the 2012 league table of voter register for 10 regions. Greater Accra leads, Ashanti is next, Eastern comes, Western, Northern, Bro and Ahafo, Central, Volta, Upper East, and Upper West. So this is the league table of 2012. The highest at the top and the lowest at the bottom. Greater Accra registered the highest number of voters. You can see it over there. Ashanti came next, Eastern came next. That's for 2012's election. Let's come and see 2016's league table. Something is changing, isn't it? Yeah, something is changing. There are a few changes in the 3rd and 4th position. Greater Accra continues to lead. Ashanti, Eastern, Western, Northern region. That's well in 2016, jumping up to the 5th position, and that's where the rise of the Northern region number of voters began. In 2016, Northern region does sufficiently well. Bono Afro region is 6th, 7th, the Central region, Volta region, Upper East and Upper West. So let's move on and see 2020's league table, and we're going to look at it as 10 regions again for the purpose of the comparative analysis. Greater Accra starts with 3.5, impressive, I have to say. Also, Greater Accra recording the highest number of additional voters, 315,000, followed by the Northern region. Tonight, we're going to analyze who is benefiting from the Greater Accra addition and also who is losing from the Greater Accra addition between the NDC and the MPP. And we're going to take the historical data and do a comparative analysis so that you can make your own conclusion. Greater Accra is going to come up for bigger discussion tonight, right now, right here. Ashanti region is next, and that's 313,000. Western region follows, so that's Western plus Western North gives us the figure of 1.6. They are 3rd on the league table. The 4th is the Northern region, Northern, Savannah, Northeast. They are 4th on the league table. The 5th is Eastern region. They are 5th on the league table. Central region is 6th on the league table with an impressive 1.5 million voters, adding as much as 139 voters on electoral. You can see clear on our screen now. Beautiful. I think you like our colors, don't you? We put in great colors so that you can see. All right. And hopefully the colors don't represent any political party, do they? Let me check. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, great. All right. So Bono Ahafo region is 7th, and they are over there. Bono East and Ahafo together, they come 7th. Volta region means Volta and OT region, and they come 8th. 9th is Upper East, Upper West. Okay, let's run through quickly. Let's go to the next slide. Because tonight we have a big interview over there waiting for us. Chairman Wontumi is at the other studio. All right. Now, we talked about the Northern region. That's very, very important. What is happening in the Northern region, and who is going to benefit from the addition of the votes in the Northern region? To do that and to be able to get close to the truth, we have to look at the Northern region votes cast and who won them since 2012. So you have it on your screen now. You can see it clearly. So the first column up after the party's colors is 2012 registered voters in the Northern region. You have the number of registered voters in the Northern region over there. And you have NDC winning 570,000 of the votes, representing 58%. And MPP winning 383,000 of that. This is a presidential election. So the column that I'm looking at now is the presidential election. So column 2, the percentage of 58 and 39 is about the presidential election. That's really what it is. So NDC are winning 58%, MPP are winning 39%. In terms of the parliamentary, which is the next red column you can see, number of constituencies 1 out of 31. NDC is winning 21 of the constituencies, and MPP is winning only 10. That's results for 2012 in the Volta region. And remember, we are analyzing the Volta region because of the tremendous increase in the number of votes to the voters register of the Volta region. They came second in that league table to the Greater Accra region, adding over 200,000 votes. So who's going to benefit from the Volta region, from the northern region? What's happening? Is there a political shift in the northern region? We are finished looking at 2012. Let's come to 2016. Now in 2016, something happens, and so there's a graduated change of the analysis in the northern region. NDC now are winning 56% instead of the 58%, and MPP are winning 41% instead of the 39%. In the parliamentary analysis, MPP have gained 3 seats more in 2016 in the northern region, and NDC have 18 seats in the northern region. So the graduation from 2012 to 2016, NDC is making some concessions in the northern region to the MPP. I'm not so sure why that's happening. We can look at that in some detail. But it's happening both in the presidential and in the parliamentary elections. In parliamentary, MPP are picking 3 more seats upon their 10 seats in 2012 to come up to 13 in the northern region, whereas NDC are losing 3 more seats to move from 21 to 18 for the number of parliamentary seats in the northern region. And if you look at the figures of the presidential, from 2012 to 2016, the NDC have lost 749 votes in the northern region. That's how much President Mahama lost from 2012 to 2016. Not very significant, just 749 votes. If you total the entire presidential votes that President Mahama gets in 2012, and you look at what he gets in 2016, you will find that there's a deduction of 749. Guess what happens here? And that's amazing for the MPP. The MPP presidential candidate is adding from 2012 to 2016 his total number of votes in the northern region, 46,112. That's amazing. I think that's what we should be looking at. We're going to keep a close eye on what's happening in the northern region, because in the presidential addition to the MPP, it's significant. Whereas there's an almost negligible takeaway from the NDC presidential candidate. The MPP, after gaining 3 seats more in parliament, are gaining 46,000, and that's the last column shaded in blue and green, difference between 2016 and 2012 results. The MPP are winning 46,000 more votes in the northern region in 2016. If that trend is going to continue, then it means that the NDC are going to make more concessions. If the NDC are going to reverse the trend and come back to the status quo, then it means that the NDC are going to redominate the northern region. That's going to be a big deal, because what's happening in the northern region is that the NDC, the MPP presidential running mate, Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, has been making inroads in the northern region over a very long time. And since the days of J. Kufuor and others, the MPP have been losing a bit in the northern region. They only sort of win Yendi, and then they struggle in other places. 2012 was a good story for the MPP. It looks like they're trying to pick it up. We don't know what's going to happen in 2020. But to win 46,000 more votes over one election cycle for the MPP presidential candidate, especially as is the same candidate for 2012, 2016, and it's going to be the same candidate in 2020. And on the NDC side as well, it's going to be the same candidate who has lost 2 percentage points and only 749 votes. The northern region is a place for us to watch. We're going to keep an eye on that. Next time, we're going to bring all the constituencies, analyze it, and show you where the votes are moving to. That's an interesting analysis for the northern region. And so the 200,000 more votes that have been added to the northern region, it requires a lot of data and detailed analysis to see who is going to win, who is going to lose, who is gaining in the northern region, who is losing in the northern region. For now, from the 2012-2016 analysis, the New Patriotic Party seems to be gaining in the northern region as against the National Democratic Congress. But by and large, the National Democratic Congress have a comfortable majority in the Volta in the northern region. 56% of the presidential vote go to the NDC. 58% of the presidential vote went to the NDC in 2012. 56% of the presidential vote went to the NDC in 2016. So it means that the NDC have a comfortable majority in the northern region. However, the 46,000 addition to Nana Akufo-Addo's presidential votes is a point of analysis. Let's move on and see what we get next. Okay. So now we come to the Greater Accra region. That's the big deal. That's obviously the big deal. And many analysts, after the voters register was published, have said that if you can deliver the Greater Accra region substantially, you have delivered the elections. That's not only true for 2020. It was true for 2012, and it was true for 2016. And there are magic numbers tonight that you have to look out for. Magic numbers on the screen right now. Okay, let's start. So 2012 analysis is here. In 2012, of the total number of registered voters in the region, as you can see on your screen, John Dramani Mahama picks up total number of registered voters being in the first column, 2.8 million. So that's 2,819,678. John Dramani Mahama picks up 1,121,578. Guess what? It represents 52% of the votes in the Greater Accra region. Is carried by the NDC presidential candidate, and he carries the day as well in the national election. Now, keep an eye on 52%. Don't forget, 52% of John Dramani Mahama's electoral fortunes in Greater Accra represented a comfortable lead in Greater Accra. But keep an eye on 52% because 52% repeats itself in 2016 in the opposite direction. Greater Accra is a spiritual constituency. I don't know. We put the figures together and we saw it and we said, wow, this is interesting. So keep an eye on 2012. We are still on 2012. In the second column, John Dramani Mahama picks up 1,121,578 votes, representing 52% of the votes in the region. Look below that. You see Nana Akufo-Addo picks up 1,113,960, representing 47% of the votes in the Greater Accra region. Let's move on. Shift to 2016. Beautiful. 2016 now, Greater Accra has registered 303,115,256. Now, check it out. John Dramani Mahama, same candidate, now picks up 946,000, representing what? 47% NDC and MPP. 47% over here. And then Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo picks up 1,062,000, representing what? 52% of the vote. So Akufo-Addo picks up John Mahama's 52% in 2016. John Mahama picks up Akufo-Addo's 47% in 2012. Akufo-Addo picks up John Mahama's 52% from 2012. In 2016, for himself, John Dramani Mahama goes down and picks up Akufo-Addo's 47% in 2012 for himself. So the magic number for Greater Accra region is that if a presidential candidate, either of the NDC or the MPP, is able to nudge it at 52% in Greater Accra region, I can assure you that you have won the national election. That's the analysis. That's why Greater Accra is important. The candidate and the trend is 2012 and 2016. We don't think that trend is going to change. If at all, it's going to be enhanced because Greater Accra has increased their number of votes. So, presidential candidates and your team, keep listening. Look at Greater Accra region. Fight for 52%. If you hit the magic number on election night, 52%, call me. And I'll announce right here that your party has won the election. Because that's the trend. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to change. It's going to happen like that. 52% for Greater Accra region, you have won the election. Okay, how are people going to get 52%? Let's get into Greater Accra region. Look at the constituencies, see where the numbers are, and see where both parties are going to get their 52% from. So we know this, 52%, the magic number for Greater Accra region. You get it, you win it. You don't get it, you get 47, you lose it. It happened in 2012, happened in 2016, it's going to happen again. Let's move on. What do we have now? Okay, so these are the constituencies in Greater Accra region that the NDC have always won. All the time they win it. So if you are NDC, you have to keep these constituencies. If on election night results are coming in and there are indications that you are losing any of these constituencies, you are heading for your 47%. So these constituencies have been won by the NDC since 1992 in the election. They have always been won by 6 of them in Greater Accra, and NDC must keep them. So if we are analyzing on election night and results come from any of these places and it shows a different trend, then we know that the ninth doesn't portend very well for the party that is losing a stronghold in Greater Accra. What are these strongholds? Ningo Pram Pram, number 1, NDC always wins it. Pon Katamanso, number 2, NDC always wins it. Shai Osudoku, number 3, NDC always wins it. Adan, NDC always wins it. Sege, NDC always wins it. Ayawaso North, NDC always wins it. So NDC, these are your constituencies for Greater Accra. You can't lose any of the constituencies here. And let me hazard a guess, Sam George is in Ningo Pram Pram. I'll get the names of the other people when we get to the other analysis. But this is the thing. This NDC, this is yours. There are 6 constituencies in Greater Accra that you cannot lose. Any shaking over there, you are in trouble. You have to keep these constituencies. If you're losing these constituencies on election night, we know where you're going. Let's go and look for the MPP strongholds in Greater Accra region. Okay, so MPP strongholds in Greater Accra region are 7 constituencies that they have always won. And MPP, if on election night you're losing any of these constituencies, you are in trouble. You have to know that. These ones, you have to grab them, hold them, put them back, and you have to win them convincingly, as you always win. Domi Kwabenya is one, Adjo Asafo. MPP always win it. If they're losing it on election night, they're in trouble. Tama West, MPP always win it. Carlos Ahinkra, that's his constituency. Okaikwe South, MPP always wins it. Okaikwe North, MPP always wins it. Ablekuma North, MPP always wins it. Ablekuma West, MPP always wins it. Tema Central, MPP always wins it. That's Titus Glover's constituency. Now, so there you are. 7 constituencies for MPP, 6 constituencies for NDC. In the most populous region in Ghana, the Greater Accra region, both parties must keep it. On election night, we're going to monitor it closely, and if something is changing, then we know that something is changing for the fortunes of that party since 2016. Now, so these are the strongholds of the 2 parties in Greater Accra. Let's get to the swing ones, those that they sort of share. Beautiful. That's the interesting one, and there are 7. So there are 6 constituencies that NDC always win, they have to win. There are 7 constituencies that MPP always win, they have to win. And there are 7 constituencies that are swing between the 2 of them. That's where the battle is. That's where we're going to look out for. That's where we're going to find out who is winning. Lejokuku is Dr. Okoboy's constituency. That's a swing constituency. It's a very large constituency. And it's also an important constituency. Lejokuku is the Teshi area. Krowo is the Nungwa area. That's Honorable Afole's constituency. Dade Kotopon is here in Laboni, Labadi. That's another constituency. Klote Kole is Dr. Zanato Rollins' constituency. Medina is the constituency of the Honorable, his name is not coming, but the NDC candidate is the Boniface. Boniface Siddiq is Medina. The NDC candidate is the lawyer who had difficulty but who is out now. He's the Medina NDC candidate. Ablekuma Central, Ayawaso West Wogon. Ayawaso West Wogon is John Dumelo versus Madame Al-Hassan. So these 7 constituencies are swing. So on election night, if we check who is winning the swing constituencies, it gives us a fair idea of where this battle is going. That's very interesting. Okay, let's look at another slide as I get the signal that we have to be wrapping up at this stage. Okay, so this one, you can look at it on our Facebook page. We don't have enough time to go through it, but it's showing you the results of all the constituencies and why we say that something is swing or something is always won. This one, we don't have time for the analysis. Let's move to the next one because we have to be wrapping up at this stage. Chairman Wontumi is ready. Okay, this one also is 2016. Is a very similar data that we put in. So this is how we came to the conclusion of the swing and the strongholds. So you can look at it on our Facebook page later on. Let's move on. And okay, so these are constituencies that you can say that it's a stronghold of one, but the other one has won it before, but they won it only once, a long time ago. So Ododo-Dio is one of those. The MPP won it only in the year 2000. Since then, they have not won it. So we are not able to call it an NDC stronghold. But NDC have been winning it since the year 2000. Since 2000, MPP have never won it. So that's Ododo-Dio. It's in Greater Accra. It's one of those. It's a constituency by Neil Antwi van der Poel. He's the MP. Ashaman, MPP won it in the year 2000. They've not won it again. Never won it again. So we don't know how to call Ashaman, but that's what it is. It's a pseudo NDC stronghold because since the year 2000, NDC have been winning it. The next one is Tema East. NDC have won it only once in 2012. Since then, MPP have been winning it all the time. MPP have been winning it since 92, and in 2012, NDC won it. So these are those. There are 5 of such constituencies. Amasaman, MPP have won it only in 2004, and since then, they've never won it. Ayawaso Central, NDC won it in the runoff in 2008, and since then, they've never won it. So these are those constituencies that are also swing, but they actually swing more to one party. Ododo-Dio swings more to NDC, Ashaman swings more to NDC, Tema East swings more to NPP, Abasaman swings more to NDC, and Ayawaso West Central swings more. Okay, so let's see what's next. All right, okay, so that's the analysis, and that's where we bring the curtain down on the touchscreen analysis. I hope that you have really enjoyed this one. So that's it, to be on the Facebook page and you can look at it. This is our first stage of the analysis of the Electoral Commission's figures. So now you know what portends in Greater Accra, who's going to win. 52% is the magic number. And we have also showed you what's happening in the northern region, the graduated advantages that the MPP is getting over the NDC, whether they can hold that, whether they can continue with that or not. So that's the analysis. We are out now, and I tell you, the British call him Antwi Bosiako, but his name is Bosiako, Chairman Wontumi is next. This is Good Evening Ghana and it's live.
It will be a razor-close contest, powerful personalities, heated arguments, a battle of ideas. Some of the biggest names in politics might fall, and some new faces are poised to unseat the old ones. Election 2020, the final countdown. The world will be watching. Anticipate.
They say it's the little things that count. The things we shouldn't take for granted, like being able to have a warm shower. Oh, how about some tea, my dear? And cooking with ease. How about being able to invite friends over so confidently? Sharing the food, just chilling over a few drinks, watching movies. It's just, what's the word? Comfortable. I could go on and on and on and on. But we both know what I'm driving at. It's life's affordable luxuries. And it's the heartbeat of every home. It's simple. It's
NASCO, bring home happiness. Imagine driving into your own home was no longer a dream, but a reality. Imagine a luxury home designed so people like you can afford. But imagination is considered thoughtless by some, maybe because we tend to be carried away by our imaginations or left misguided. At Rehoboth Properties, we understand imagination differently. In order to imagine something, one must dream. The Night Bridge, Prabinya, is designed for dreamers like you. Households with varying financial capacities, offering a total of 1,701, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments on sale at unbelievable prices, so you can achieve your dreams and create with us a better future for all.
Fellow Ghanaians, religious institutions that are desirous of opening their premises to their members, such as churches, mosques, and others, must disinfect, fumigate, and put in place the requisite logistics needed to guarantee safe opening and operation.
Fellow Ghanaians, your friend Nalengani or Mezogweza of Kafam the First, Chief of Fufule. Some are catching with that. Say, come from there, the whole Ghana. To say, you're double do. Yet it is so near Sacha, what Chelia, Baby. Come from Yanko Promo, double do. NASCO 440 liter bottle visa free. I could have dispenser. Anani born here 2999. Say, you're about 2499. 500 Ghana. Away! Yes, I'm a free media 20-liter microwave.
Kafam, high and so you're not a show.
Kafam, you're the home appliances, no, a chawampa, even in Dabani. Kafam will lie. So go to Garasi 640-liter side-by-side fridge, you know. Aha. Now, and also, I have 4999. To say, I have about 3999. 1,000 cities. Away!
I'm getting so many messages. Ask Chairman, let me read some of them. Ask Chairman Wontumi that how many underage people did he register in Ashanti? Another one is, ask Chairman Wontumi that did he sleep at all during the registration exercise? He was up in the night, up in the morning, all the time, roaming around the Ashanti region. The other one says that kudos to Chairman Wontumi, he's a very, very hard working man. The other one says, ask Chairman Wontumi who is, whether he knows. Well, the names that have been mentioned are names of young ladies who are sort of talking on social media. I don't want to repeat the names. We don't want to be part of that. Okay. Sorry, madam. We have to do this very quickly. Rehoboth.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, you sell houses and you call them affordable luxury.
Yes.
And thank you very much for being part of our program.
Thank you very much for
So tell us
me.
about affordable housing, Rehoboth.
Well, Rehoboth Properties was established in the year 2012, but we started operations in 2013. And since our inception, we've built and maintained about 4 gated communities. Rehoboth Night Bridge, which is the affordable luxury, is one of a kind. The location is superb. It is in...
Where is it? Which part of Accra is it?
It is in Kwabenya.
Kwabenya, okay.
Yes. And we have beautiful apartments coming up. We've already built about 500 units, which is comprising of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. And this weekend, we're opening our doors for the public to come and see what we've done at Rehoboth Night Bridge.
This weekend, so,
Yeah.
so Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday.
So if I want to come, what do I do?
If you want to come in, you can walk in or you can call any of our numbers to set an appointment, but it's actually open to the public.
So I just show up there. How do I get there? Do you have a location?
Yes, we do have a location that we send to people. If you call and ask
What
for
number
location,
should people call if they want to?
You can call 0244
0244
76
76
44
44
99.
Okay, that's a simple number. Let me repeat the number. It's 0244 76 4499. 0244 76 4499. So if you're looking for affordable luxury, you can call this number. They will show you how to come and see it on Saturday at Kwabenya, not too far from Presec, is it? Yes. Okay. So you have 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and
1, 2, and 3 bedroom.
1 bedroom.
Yes.
Is it a flat? Is it a house?
They're all flats.
All these are flats.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3 bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. What else do you have that should attract a family to come there? Do you have swimming pool?
We do have
tennis
a swimming
court,
pool,
basketball?
everything. It is affordable luxury. And I mean, these days people talk about affordability and then there are certain things missing. But this is Rehoboth. All our standard features, we're putting them up in the apartment. So we have POP cornice, we have furnished with porcelain tiles, we have so many things, fitted kitchen cabinets. It's a lovely place. It's a lovely place.
Is there a website that people can sort of look at before they come?
Yes, of course.
What is it?
It's rehobothpropertiesgh.com.
Rehoboth Properties. How do you spell Rehoboth?
It's R-E-H-O-B-O-T.
B-O-T.
B-O-T-H.
Okay, so that's R-E-H-O-B-O-T-H at properties, or properties, Rehoboth Properties.
Rehoboth
So
Properties.
R-E-H-O-B-O-T-H Properties.
gh.com.
gh.com, okay.
Yes, that's our website.
And they can see these there.
Yes.
And they can come in. What time on Saturday should people come?
It's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
So Saturday and Sunday.
All right. Okay, good. Do you know the prices yet, or when they come they'll find out?
Well, we can still give the price.
Okay,
it's
so how much is the price of the single one?
It's $27,500, which is payable in Ghana cedis.
$27,500.
Yes.
For the single room?
Yes.
1 bedroom?
Yes.
2 bedroom is how much?
$34,500.
$34,500,
yes.
2 bedroom, and then 3 bedroom?
$46,500.
That's affordable luxury.
Yes.
Chairman Wontumi can buy all, do you know?
I know.
Okay.
And I'm going to engage you before he comes on set.
All right, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you,
after Saturday, come back and tell us.
Well, I do have a package on Saturday. For the first 50 customers that come on and sign on, they're going to have fitted gas cookers with oven, and also we're going to fix all their bedrooms with air conditions. For the first 50 customers? Yes, for the first 50 customers. So 4 air conditioners if you're buying a 3-bedroom, and 3 air conditioners, plus a gas cooker and an oven. First 50 customers who sign? First 50 customers who sign on Saturday. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Thank you so much, madam. We'll be there on Saturday to see it. Thank you very much. Okay, so Rehoboth, remember the number is 0244764499. Deal with it and call them, and let's get to Kwabenya. After the break, Antwi Bosiako.
Luxury home designed so people like you can afford. But imagination is considered thoughtless by some, maybe because we tend to be carried away by our imaginations or left misguided. At Rehoboth Properties, we understand imagination differently. In order to imagine something, one must dream. The Night Bridge, Kwabenya, is designed for dreamers like you. Households with varying financial capacities, offering a total of 1,700 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments on sale at unbelievable prices, so you can achieve your dreams and create with us a better future for all.
Rehoboth Properties is one of the biggest home builders in Africa, and we are pleased to invite you, along with friends and family, to the Rehoboth City Open House event coming up on the 15th and the 16th of August 2020 at the Knight's Bridge, Kwabenya, Accra. The Rehoboth City, upon its completion, will house over 1,700 families and will represent Africa's first affordable luxury housing. The Knight's Bridge offers serenity, luxury style amenities, sporting facilities, shopping centers, and many more at a competitive price. So visit us on the 15th and the 16th of August 2020 and let us assist you in acquiring the home of your dreams.
Okay, at 9 minutes past 10 o'clock, Accra is now at a standstill, and so is Kumasi on Wontumi TV and Wontumi Radio. This is Good Evening Ghana on Metro TV is live. One of our favorite guests is in the studio, the political man himself, Mr. Antwi Bosiako. That's how the British people call your name.
Yeah.
But it's Antwi Bosiako.
Antwi Bosiako.
Well, so now we're talking about voters registration exercise and also about the dynamics of election 2020 and the voters registration exercise. How did it turn out in Ashanti?
Let me greet your viewers, Metro, and at the same time Wontumi TV.
Is that Wontumi written in your shirt?
Of course.
Oh, you write your name in your shirt?
I cannot write.
I see.
It's a customized.
I see. It's a customized shirt for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Good.
Let me greet Wontumi and greet the viewers.
Yes.
You know, in Ghana and
in America, there are a lot of them in America.
And abroad. And I greet the Americans too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know that the Electoral Commission, according to 1992 Constitution, Article 42, 45, 46.
Hey, that's impressive, Chairman.
Yes.
You have been reading the Constitution.
You have that is your Bible.
I see.
It's your political Bible.
Okay. So the articles say they should do the registration.
Yes, it's the Electoral Commission who has the mandate to do the registration and arrange all the elections in Ghana. So they came out to say that we have to do the new registration because the old register, the 2016 one, was bloated. So, and you cannot go to election without registration. So therefore, as Ashanti Regional MPP, we take advantage of Electoral Commission, their process and stuff, and we make sure we register as much as we can. And I will say that I can confirm that it's okay now.
You registered as many people as you can?
Everybody. The people who has 10, 18 years and above has registered.
But your registration numbers were said to have gone down in 10 constituencies. They have gone down.
You know,
I can share with you. I have them here. Is it true that 10 constituencies went down
you
from
know,
2016?
You know, it's not like that. Okay. You know, the political or registration arithmetics. You know, it goes like, you know, Ashanti region is the seat for MPP. That is our stronghold.
Yes.
But at the same time, if you check from 2012, you know, you also will see that NDC also, you know, took the place as their third stronghold.
For 2012?
For 2012.
Third stronghold in Ghana?
The whole yes.
I see, that's interesting.
Yes.
In terms of the number of votes they are getting in Ashanti?
In terms of numbers, you know, so in 2016, we brought in a new strategy. You know, that time I remember when you came, and
when I came to
and there was blowing that they will get 1 million votes.
1 million votes in Ashanti.
Yes, in Ashanti, and I told you, it will never, you know, come to pass. So far as God is with us, you know. So in 2016, we reduced it, you know, from 700,000 votes, you know, to about 500 votes.
500,000?
500,000
so you
votes.
reduced it by 200,000?
Yes.
The NDC votes from 2012?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there was, percentage-wise, there was about 27% to 21%.
Or you moved them from 27 to 21%?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is what happens. So the strategy was to keep the MPP. So we have MPP polling stations and we have NDC polling stations.
What's the meaning of that?
What it means is that if you check it from the electoral register, from the polling station base, you will see that some of the polling stations MPP wins, and some of the polling stations NDC wins. You know.
Okay.
So.
So the one that NDC, the polling station that NDC wins all the time, say Kwadaso Estate Primary School, it's a polling station.
No, you can't use Kwadaso.
Kwadaso is not one of those.
It's not one of
those. So
Aswanse.
Aswanse. Okay.
You know, like a Bola Bola, Aswanse Bola Bola.
Aswanse Bola Bola polling station.
Polling station.
NDC always wins there.
Yes. Okay. And 2016, we went to election. They was having about 5,000 people in one police station
registered to vote.
Yes, in Bola Bola specific. You know, so this time, what we did was, you know, to make sure that they cannot register as much as they can. You know, so immediately we finish. Instead of 5,000 in 2016, in 2020, we reduced them from 5,000 to 1,000.
At Bola Bola police station? You went to fight with them?
No. It's a strategy. You cannot do the registration without strategy. You cannot go to election without strategy. So if you don't register, you cannot vote.
So what kind of strategy do you use to deny your opponent his numbers at a police station?
No, it's a vigilance.
Okay.
True vigilance. You know that the EC himself announced that the voter register has been bloated.
Yes.
So therefore, we have to have a bigger eyes to make sure that it's a Ghanaians who's supposed to come and register.
So you are alleging that the 5,000 was bloated. So to check it,
per the numbers now.
So to check it, you have to be vigilant.
You have
so
to
when you say you are vigilant, what did you send your people there to do?
Send the people there.
Yes, what your people at Bola Bola police station, what were they doing?
You see that every polling stations, you know, the people know themselves.
Yes.
The people know themselves.
That's the whole idea.
You see. So since from 1992, the Fourth Republic, you will know that the people, it's only few people who transfer their votes to some areas. But we have some people also who have voted in one polling station since from 1992 to 2016. You know?
Yes.
So therefore, the people, they are family. So they know themselves. You know, so they will whisper. So we will ask why. Because every polling station has a number of houses, you know, around the area. So it is prudent for us to intrude or go to the houses to make sure how many people in these houses, you know, to find out. You know, so that
that's going beyond vigilance. You go to somebody's house and ask him that how many people here are going to register.
That is our job. Our job is a politics. My job is a politics.
But you can't do that.
You know, what?
If you come to my, that's intimidation. You come to my house to find out how many people can register?
No, it's not like that. Don't twist it.
Okay, so
what we said is, you know, in all the political parties, we have the polling station executives there.
Yes.
In the polling station, so they live with them.
Yes.
So it's the community, so they know themselves. So I have the right to tell them. That is why I said the strategy.
So NPP people know NDC people, and NDC people know NPP people.
Of course,
we are all Ghanaians. If a stranger comes in, we ask you that where is this man from?
Yes, we are not even talking about the strangers, you know. We are not even talking about the strangers. Example is 2016 elections. You know, Ashanti region, we went to the election with population of 2.8 million 600. You know, by the time that after the voting, about 690,000 people, nearly to 700,000 people didn't vote.
Yes, 2016.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we dive
into the data.
Into the data. We dive into the data. And we know also that as a human being, you know, since from 1992 up to 2020, a lot of people, our family, our relatives, you know, will pass on.
Yes.
You know, so all these things, we have to bring it to check. We have to bring it to check. You know, how many people, since from 1992 to 2020, how many people in the specific polling station has passed on? So all these things, you have to know as a political decision. You have to have the data, you know, and know how many people, then you can do your projections.
Just a lot of work.
We are born to do. That is our job.
So when in Ofori Chrome in 2016 you had 127,000. And 2020, you registered 109,000. The difference being 19,000. You say that is not bad news.
No, it's a very good news. You know why?
No.
You know why?
No.
You know, Ofori Krom is share a boundary with Aswanse, Tech, and Subin and Asqua. Okay? And that place too, do you know that how many secondary schools do we have in the Ofori Krom constituencies?
No.
And do you know the number of universities we have in the Ofori Krom constituencies?
No.
And you know, because of COVID, you know, the registration wasn't normal registration
at a normal time.
Yes, you know. So the university students, you know, about 55,000 people in one university, a KNUST, you know, and they
were not there.
Yes,
so that's the meaning of Ofori Krom.
There wasn't there. This is some
of it. Okay.
This is some of it.
I have a lot. So
this is
so
some
you have
of
explained Ofori Krom. Bantama.
Yes.
2016 you have 81,000.
Yes.
2020 you have 78,000. What happened?
Yes. You know the Bantama. You know, I remember when we was a child. You know, we grew up in downtown in Asafo, you know, and I remember in 1990s, you know, that time they started to open up Atonsu area and stuff. So the Asafo people, you know, started to move
towards Atonsu.
Towards that Atonsu. So Bantama has served Kumasi and MPP for a long time. Now, Kumasi is a very big, huge place now. Now, even a Joso, Buakwa, from Bantama, Buakwa going, all is a Kumasi now.
I mean, I'm from Kwamo, and now I know that Kwamo is part of KMA.
Yes, yes. So now, the people in the Bantama, you know, some of them will try to move into, and you know, for the expansion of,
there's a lot more explanation for you to do,
for greater, and then for greater Kumasi and the lower Kumasi.
There's a lot more explanation. Swami,
yes.
You are moving from 107,000 2016. You are now 92,000.
Swami too. We have training colleges. We have training colleges, and you know that Swami also and Tafo also have a magazine there, the biggest mechanic shop in the whole West Africa or the whole Africa.
Yes, because Old Tafo is here as well. That also went down.
You know, because of that,
the magazine people were not there.
No, some will go because of COVID.
Yeah,
you know, we are not in normal times. Do you know that? So a lot of people who have to move, you know, to come and learn their lesson, they move back to so
that accounts for Swami and Old Tafo.
Yes.
Asokwa, 92,000 to 83,000.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Same area?
No, Asokwa. You see that we have a university. That's the place, Gempa. Gempa is situated in
Asokwa.
Asokwa.
In Kumasi.
Yes.
Asokwa is where the stadium is.
Yes, yes. And we have a lot of schools also in Asokwa. But if you move to Achumakwa Angoma, you know, you see the huge numbers. They can jump like 30%, 40% increase.
So that's what happened.
This is
whilst Asokwa is going down, Kwangoma is going up.
It's going up. It's going up like 40%. You know, so if you
Kwadaso went down almost 10,000.
Almost 10,000 because Kwadaso, they have Prempeh College, they have Yasantua, they have Agri College. They have nursing school. They have university, Central University. You know, so all these things contribute into the decision. But the point is, 208, we went to election. But figure was 2.8600. Okay? And the 2019, we did a limited registration. Then we jumped from 2.8600 to 3.06. Okay? And doing the new registration, Then we got 3.13,800 and something. So
altogether, you're up. That's the point you're trying to make.
Yes,
from 2016, we are up by 100 and something.
So we are up about 141,000. You know, so that the political arithmetic was trying to increase the MPP polling station and decrease the NDC polling station, and so they are down because they was having 700,000 figures, you know, to play. That is why, you know, there was 2016. They were saying, oh, we will get
1 million.
1 million, and then later on they say we get 1.5. You were scared, but I told you, hey, it's not like that. You know, we have a new regional chairman, very energetic, and I have a team with us. You know, swag regional executives with constituency executives with my PCs, you know, and sympathizers. We went in like that, and when we voted, we got about 1.6 over, and NDC got about 500,000. You know, so the 700,000 left is what now it has removed. So if it's not, if it is no new register, if it is no new register, okay, then the 306, we would have also increased it to about 3.7, 3.8. That was the bloating one, because
so you are justifying that after the exercise we should agree that it is good that we had a new voters register.
It's a very good. Even the NDC people knows it's good. Now we have a Ghanaian register, not West Africa register, electoral.
But in Ashanti region, were you getting problems of West Africa? Because you are in the middle there. People coming from Burkina.
Ashanti is the heart of Ghana.
Yes.
You know, and Ashanti is the only region when you come, we have the chief of Alata, we have the chief of Volta region people, we have the chief of Ghana, we have the chief of Mamprusi, we have the chief of Côte d'Ivoire, you know.
The Ivorians are in Ashanti region?
Oh, yes. So the Royal Majesty and his people, the Ashantis, you know, we have a big belly to accommodate everybody. So when you come to Ashanti, you know, it's the only Ashanti when you go, you see zongo, every constituency or every town you go. They know that we have to preserve some place for guests or migrants. You know, so the Ashantis have
so there's a lot of migrant population in Ashanti region.
Oh, of course.
In Kumasi.
Of course.
That's quite interesting.
Of course. Of course.
So now you are confident that out of 47 you get 47.
You know, the 2020 elections is a science and data election that we are going to do.
You've changed from apartheid to science and data.
No. That is a movement.
The movement is
it's a movement. Movement is a science and data.
The science and data.
It's a science and data.
Election.
It's election. It's about what's
interesting.
It's about what you have done and what you want to do. You know, the two main political parties who are going to the 2020 elections, the Ghanaians have tested them.
Yes, that's correct.
You know, so NDC, they have a leader of John Dramani Mahama. You know, and John Dramani Mahama, you know, everybody knows that he cannot pass an integrity test. Whereby the time he was there, you know, Dumso was there. Whereby the time he was there, he couldn't employ anyone. Whereby he was there, then you remember the Ford, Mr. Ford. Whereby he was there, Sagleme. The time the Ghana government, you know, they say we want to build houses for the people, about 5,000 units, 200 and something million US dollars. By the time we realized, you know, the money had been paid, but we have built about 1,300 houses. So the rest of the houses have been vanished, you know, and some of the money also has been sent to Brazil, you know. So when we talk about integrity test, John Dramani Mahama cannot pass. You know, so it's about what you have done. You have the opportunity. Ghanaians give you opportunity, you know, to rule this country. You know, so the time he was there, the Ghanaians or the MPP said, no, we want to do the free education. That time he said, no, you cannot do the free education. We asked why. He said, because we don't have money. There's no money. You know, so if we want to do the free education indeed is good. But we have to wait for the next 20 years. But the MPP said, no, we have to do the free education now. You know, so the time Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo doesn't have any record about how to govern the state. But that time he have a belief and faith. You know, he have a belief and faith. So in the belief and faith, he said, once I come, there is some money in this country. And once I have opportunity, he said, test me. That time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has went to election 2008 and 2012. You know, it didn't end well for MPP and as much as our candidate, you know. But he said, test me, try me. And you remember the BBC people, you know, they say that. Where are you going to get the money from?
Yeah, I remember that interview. Yeah.
You know, and he said...
Hard talk.
And he said...
Steven Saka.
You see, and he said, I have to tell my people first.
Yes, I remember.
And he said, you are here. I'm asking you, where are you going to get the money from? Because you are president. That time, the president was John Dramani Mahama. Now he's a former president. That is his name, you know. He said, your president said you don't have money. So if you have the mandate, where are you going to how are you going to get the money? You know, and he said, I have to tell my people first. And you know, even that time too, you know, that time too, the NDC people was teasing and laughing because they think it's not possible. You know, they think it's not possible. But the time Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo went to the election, the Ghanaians said, okay, you have been crying for so long, so let's try you and see. Either you can do it, you know. By the time they give him the mandate, you know, immediately the first year, the Nana Akufo-Addo did not push his promise to the second or third year. The first year, you know, he said, no, the free education must come on. Then he has done it. Now we have the free education. So we are comparing somebody, you know, who was the president, and he said free education, yes, is good, but it must take place in 20 years' time. And somebody who was in the opposition, he said, once I come, there's some money there, we will do. And especially the COVID now, the COVID, you know, now have told me that, yes, indeed, there is some money in this country. The way the president has managed the country, you know, that he has managed it. And the COVID is not only in Ghana. It is test for the whole world. Whereby this, when we talk about the world-class country, you know, it's America who is leading the world. You know, even the COVID, they are crying, they are suffering. But now, Nana Akufo-Addo has put in place about food, you know, planting for food and jobs, rearing of animals and stuff for export. You know, you will see how now I can tell you, even now, for the COVID, Ghana is feeding the whole West Africa. They pass on the Nigerians, they pass through Togo to Sankasi, near the northern area, and buy some maize. And for the next month, the new maize also is coming. So it's about how you have done and what you want to do. So the people can trust Nana Akufo-Addo, because the time he came, you know, all the sectors, we was owing, especially national health insurance. And you remember, 2008, when the NDC was coming, they said that, oh, Kufuor has done well about the free maternity care and then national health insurance. But once we come, what we will do is that we will give it to you in one-time premium. It's good for Ghanaians to enjoy one-time premium because either you are a man or you are a woman, either you are a small or you are a big, either you are a teacher or you are a student. You know, either you are a king or servant, you will be sick.
Yes.
You know, so we cannot play with our healthcare system. So if the government says he have an appetite and he have a room to accommodate for everybody to have a free or one-term healthcare system, it was a good thing. But immediately they came, especially my people. When I say my people, I'm talking about Ashanti, where I'm just coming from. You know, then they brought what do you call it? They brought a system.
Cash and carry.
It's like cash and carry, but we have a term.
You mean they couldn't do the one-time period?
They couldn't do it.
Let me bring you back on COVID. You talked about COVID and you talked about President Mahama being lacking integrity.
Yes.
Okay. When COVID came, people began to recognize why President Mahama put up Ridge Hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center. These are things that have been very critical to the success of the COVID project. But these are John Mahama's projects.
My brother.
Yes.
My brother, let me tell you. Let me tell you. You see, Ridge Hospital, you know, is good. But Ridge Hospital is a renovation.
Yes, but University of Ghana Medical Center is new.
But I want to put it blunt to you that Ridge Hospital was there.
It was there, but it was renovated.
So they renovated, and it's how much they renovated. It was 240 million US dollars. Recently, the same hospital, even is a little bit bigger than the Ridge Hospital we just done the renovation. You know, it go with 80 million US dollars. This is what Nana Akufo-Addo has cut the short. And the Ridge Hospital is just situated in one area.
We have
Kolebu.
Yes.
And we have a lot of hospitals also to support. Ridge Hospital is good. But look, it's not only Ridge Hospital, because we are having a country, you know, and the COVID, once it comes, it's something that immediately is affect you. You cannot fly or drive from Kumasi to here. Then that time you would have died already.
Yes.
You know.
So you need a hospital in your community.
But the time Nana Akufo-Addo came, what he did was he brought
ambulance.
Self-fly. You know self-fly, the aeroplane.
The one that flies the blood.
The blood. That time the Ghanaians, we don't know. We say, hey, what are you going to do? You know, but we forgot that God only speaks to the leader. And then Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, this is what the country needs. That time, we have no idea this disease is coming into the world. As much as saying is coming to the country, you know. So, and from there to then he bought, for the first time, he bought 307 ambulances. And each ambulance is like a hospital. If you see
a mini small hospital.
It's a mini small hospital.
Yeah.
You know, you see. So you see that, and apart from that, that time too, Nana Akufo-Addo also have paid the debt of national health insurance, because the time we came to the power, the government owned the service providers, you know, and that time they have used, we was owing about 1.2 billion.
To the service providers of the national health insurance.
Yes, they was owing about 1.2 billion. So if they didn't pay the service providers, you know, if they didn't pay the service providers, you know, and this COVID came, nobody will trust the government. You know, so it was a movement, you know.
Like apartheid?
Yes, it was a movement. And
apartheid in health.
And also, the government also reduced the electricity bills.
Yes,
you know,
everyone talks about that.
So when you go to the hospitals, you see that the electricity bills have been reduced. You know, the private hospitals and the government hospitals, the electricity bills and the water bills have been reduced. Whereby former President Mahama time, he said that you can only have a light whereby we increase the price into 15% and water into 15%. If you Google, you will see and you will know. So it was a system, it was a good governance. When we talk about governance, you know, it's about knowing. That is why when you read Mark chapter 4, verse 11 to 12 to 13, he said, it has given to you to know the mystery in the kingdom of God, but them, it has given to them in Proverbs so that they won't understand and do it. You know, they have eyes, but they cannot see. They have ears, but they cannot listen. So the time former President Mahama was...
We have to check the scripture.
You know, yes.
Mark chapter what?
Mark chapter 4. No, me, once I quote, it's like that. You know, once I quote, it's like that. You know, so the
Mark
time,
chapter 4, verse what?
11, going upwards. You know, so what I was saying is that
11 and 12.
Yes, you see. So the time, President, what do you call it? The time President.
Okay, hold on. Let me read it.
Okay.
Viewers, I have it here, right there. So Mark chapter 4, verse 11, New International Version. He said, he told them, the secret of the kingdom of God has been given to you, but to those on the outside, everything is said in parables, so that they may never, ever seeing but never perceiving, and ever hearing but never understanding. Otherwise, they might turn and be forgiven. It's almost like a curse for those who cannot hear it.
You see? You see?
Yeah.
You see? And then you can... You
said it's been given to you.
Yes,
but for the outsiders, everything is in parables.
Yes.
So that they may see, but they won't perceive.
Yes.
They may hear, but they won't understand it.
You won't understand it.
And that so because if they do, they might turn and they'll be forgiven. So God doesn't want them to be forgiven, the outsiders.
Look, that is the inheritance. That is the inheritance of Nana Akufo-Addo, and then comparing him to former President Mahama. It's the same Ghana. It's the same Ghana. It's the same land size. It's the same land size, you know, but it's the same Bank of Ghana we are having. But one came, you know, he couldn't manage our economy, so he brought in IMF, you know, because if you cannot manage your country well, you know, the world cannot look at you to collapse your country economy for people to starve and die, you know. So the world have, you know, arranged a system like IMF to support. If you cannot rule, if you cannot think properly, if you cannot see, if you cannot hear, if you cannot go, you know. So IMF come and take in charge. So with that time we have a Bank of Ghana, but it was Bank of Ghana / IMF, because you cannot make a decision for yourself because you cannot see. But immediately Nana Akufo-Addo came, you know, that time our economy they were saying is bad. Now IMF is gone. Now we can employ 3 years now, you know, nearly to 3.5 years now, you know. Now MPP has employed over 540,000 people.
Including NAPCO.
Including NAPCO and afforestation. Including police.
And IMF is gone.
And IMF also is gone. It's a good management. This is a clear thing to tell you, you know, Bible don't lie. Bible don't lie. You can go to the 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. So far as...
Are you a Christian, by the way? Are you
I'm a Christian, by the way.
Yeah, are you like a big Christian? Are you big like like Bishop Owusu Bempa or Reverend Ajina Sari?
We see it has been written.
1 Peter.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Why are you amazed?
I am, yes, indeed. I have to say that I'm quite impressed with you.
You are quite impressed?
Yeah, analysis.
You see, it happened the time when...
Taking it from the Bible and then, you know...
You know, the time Jesus was, it's the same thing. They brought in a book. We call it Bubongoma, you know, for the school.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse...
12.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, it says, 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12, viewers,
Yes.
New International Version. It says, for the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous.
The God, his eyes is on the righteous. His eyes is on Nana Akufo-Addo.
And his ears are attentive to their prayer.
And anytime Nana Akufo-Addo prays, he hear, he answer it. So the time he had a mandate, he said, I will build a house for the Lord.
But then there's another one. It says, but the face of the Lord is against those who do evil.
But then he's talking about John Mahama.
Oh, no, please.
So he said,
no, you can't say that.
That is the scripture.
Yeah,
No,
the scripture hasn't got John Mahama's name in there.
Oh, please. Now.
It says, but the face of the Lord is against those who do evil.
So what is those? What is,
some people.
What
let
is
me
those?
take it again. It says that, for the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous.
It's on the look.
And his ears are attentive to their prayer.
I'm coming. In the country, what do we need? Is it the development?
Yes.
Why do we vote? Is it the development?
Yes.
We vote for development.
Yeah.
So the free education has come.
Yes.
It has come.
It has come, yes.
So it's a good thing.
A very good thing.
So the Bible is talking. So NAPCO people and the youth has gotten the jobs.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
The food has come abundantly.
Yes.
Isn't it? One district, one factory you can see. Now, if you are driving across the city of Accra and even beyond, you see good roads, isn't it?
I don't know. They are doing the roads.
Have you visited Tema recently?
Tema, no, I've not been.
Why?
Oh, you are talking about the motorway. I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Yes,
I've seen it.
you have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen the motorway, yes.
It's good?
It's good. It's nice.
Yes. So we are talking about somebody who said the school free education is good, but it must take place in 20 years. And somebody say now. And somebody have done it now. So 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12 is talking about two people. So he used those for the evil one,
for the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous.
For the
eyes
of the Lord
are on the righteous.
And the righteous.
And his ears are attentive to their prayer.
So the Lord, his eyes, you see, his eyes and ears is with Nana Akufo-Addo.
But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil.
So those who do who does evil. That time we have having the doomsaw. You remember we have.
Why is that evil?
God used the light to explain for us to see good, what is good.
Yes.
So if you are having doomsaw, if you go blackout, if the country is dark.
The whole nation, yeah.
Yeah, the whole nation, then it's telling you something. If that time John Mahama was, if that time we would have taken advantage of his time, assuming that the time John Mahama was there, he brought a free education. Now all the universities also will be having, or the tertiary will have a free education. So we are building the country. So God is using his word to clarify two people, for us to know two people. He said he gives some talent. He gives them talent. This is the talent. And all of them have exhibited their talent. So Nana Akufo-Addo have exhibited his good talent. And John Dramani Mahama has exhibited bad talent. And you have to know. Now, because Nana Akufo-Addo has exhibited good talent within 3 years, now, even John Mahama himself think that Akufo-Addo has been spent 8 years already on the seat.
Oh, every politician does that. I know what you're talking about.
No, he said it.
I know what you're talking about. When he spoke at the
he said it on the polling station.
Yes, at the polling station.
Do you know where it happens?
In Bole, when he went to register.
But if you go to the Bible, there was a king called Saul. So the time Samuel told him that, you have here, you are a kingdom. So you are no more a king. So I have anointed David to succeed you, although you are alive. So what happened was that Saul was angry. So Saul was trying to use his physical destiny to fight God. So Saul said, no, I want to fight back and get my kingdom back.
So the time he said, okay, why I don't kill David? So David flee into the house of God. So Saul also sent some people there to go and kill David. Immediately they saw David, they started prophesying.
That's what?
That you are the king of Israel.
I see.
You know, then when he sent people, immediately they go, immediately they see him, they say, you are the king of Israel. You know, then
when
Saul
sent people to kill David.
Yes.
When they saw David, they prophesied that you are the king.
They prophesied that you are the king. You know, so Saul himself said, no, the people have disappointed me. So I want to go myself to go and kill David. So immediately he also went into the synagogue. You know, he saw David. Then he said, you are the king of Israel. So it's the same thing. It was a prophecy. What manifested in John Dramani Mahama at his hometown was a prophecy. And I think that God pushed him to the right place for him to go and announce Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 8 years ruling of Ghana. You see? So it's a prophecy. You cannot deny. Look, it's a Saul. It's the only Saul, you know, he was overthrown and he want to come back. Since from Fourth Republic, no president have ever voted out or has gone and he said he want to come back.
We've never had a one-term president.
That is
no president has been qualified to do that.
That is why I said no president. So it means that we don't have.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah.
It means that we don't have. So it's only John Dramani Mahama. So if you compare Saul and John Dramani Mahama, you see that John Dramani Mahama is a Saul, and you see that Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is a David. So David come and do a lot of things for Israel. So you can see clearly from 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 12. This is what he was talking about. And Mark chapter 4 verse 11 to 12. This is what God was talking about.
What's happening in Kumasi these days?
Kumasi is good. We have appetite. We cannot wait for 7th December to come. Then I take all the seat. It's for me.
Which 3 don't you have?
Asokore Mampong.
That's where. Which area is that?
That is Aswansi.
Aswansi is the same as Asokore Mampong?
Yes. The municipal is Asokore Mampong. But there's a town, popular town, called Aswansi.
Aswansi is the name of the constituency.
Asokore Mampong.
Muntaka is MP of where?
They would Asokore Mampong. It's Asokore Mampong.
Oh, I see.
But Aswansi,
we
have Aswansi, we have a Dukrum, but we have Abuabo.
So the constituency is called Asokore Mampong?
Asokore Mampong.
Oh, I thought it's called Aswansi.
No.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's a popular town.
Okay,
everywhere you go, it's like a Jura Sechere Dumase, you know. But when you go, we say a Jura. You know, Sechere Bafram place, we say Drobonso.
Okay.
You know, this is we use
so you think
we use the capital town to define the
so you think you will take you will take Asokore Mampong from Muntaka, the majority chief whip in parliament?
God did not call us to disgrace us. This is the promise and inheritance for Jeremiah. This is the same thing God called me, you know, to help me to do good, to use it to glorify his name. So in Ashanti we have 47 seats. 44 is with us now, and 3 is with them. And if you want to know that we are going to take it, God will give you signs. He gave signs to Moses. You know.
So what are the signs that have been given?
The signs is that I have already pointed blank to you that the NDC polling stations has already suffered. You know, the ghost names have already gone. It's not more there. You know, so about 70% of the job of taking the 3 seats has been done.
Which other seats is not yours in Ashanti, apart from Asokore Mampong?
No, it's three.
Three, which one?
Adura-Sechere Dumase.
Adura-Sechere Dumase. Which area is Adura-Sechere Dumase?
It's Adura. Adura is the capital town.
Which part is Adura? Is it outside towards the Konongo area, Jusso area, or is
no.
You
pass no. You pass Mampong.
Asante Mampong.
You pass Asante Mampong. You pass Asante Mampong.
From Kumasi to Accra, or from Accra to Kumasi?
No, if you are going to Kumasi, if you are Accra to Kumasi, you have to pass Mampong. You know,
to get to Kumasi.
No. You pass Mampong to Adura-Sechere Dumase.
Ah, okay, Mampong in Kumasi.
Mampong is not Adura is not in Kumasi. Mampong also is not in.
Yes, I'm trying to find out why. Then is it a settler area? What is it? What is the point? Mampong is beyond Konongo. Accra to Kumasi after Konongo before Mampong.
No.
Mampong before Konongo.
No. Once you reach Kumasi.
Kumasi itself.
Once you reach Kumasi. Do you know Mamponting?
Yes.
You know Mamponting?
Yes.
You pass Mamponting to Mampong.
I see. Which kind of people live there? Are they farmers? Are they?
Ashantis, we are all farmers. Even in Asafo, as Asafo, Astown, and we use our grandfathers used the farm to build the house, to build the city.
Who is the MP in Adura? Where you're talking about?
Adura is an NDC man.
Yes. What's his name? You don't know?
I know.
So tell us. Brahma.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your candidate in Asokore Mampong?
Alidu Seidu.
Alidu Seidu.
Yes.
He's going to win. Was he the candidate in 2016?
Yes.
And you retained him?
Yes. Because the 2016, if you may recall, you know, we saw that Muntaka, his former secretary, you know, they printed EC materials, you know, so there was a stations, we caught them with changing the ballot papers into the distance. But because when you win everything, you know. So we say, okay, we are leaving it there like the time British went to China, you know, and the Chinese allowed the Hong Kong to be there. So we said, okay, we allow it to be there, and we come and take. Now it's time for us to come and take it.
I see.
We cannot wait to take it. Muntaka, he knows. That is why recently he make a declaration that he have said 4 terms. So if he go, so be it. But
I see.
I think Asokore Mampong people, they deserve Alidu than Muntaka.
Okay. So you have 3 more seats to pick.
We have 3 more seats, and through the movement and science and data, God will give it to us.
You were seen in a video with some of your people in a room celebrating the voters' registration exercise. It was thought that you had done something wrong and you were celebrating it, and it was filmed. What was that meeting about? What were you telling them? You were talking to them about the voters' register.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
You are married?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
So the time you married, did you celebrate it?
Yes.
So it was wrong to celebrate it?
No.
So if you
how do you connect marriage to registration exercise?
Because this is your personal decision. You know, I'm an MPP chairman. You know, so if you do something good, you know, you have to give thanks to God. You have to give.
What something good had they done?
Because the ghost names has been removed. The ghost names from 1992 to 2020, the people who have died, their names alone is a good thing. Now nobody can take advantage and play politically.
So you were celebrating a successful
registration
with vigilance.
With vigilance, and especially we also was in COVID. You know, but I also realized that when you go to the registration center, then I realized that even the registration center, the Electoral Commission is protecting us even more than our workplace or our house. You know, it was amazing. And I was happy because of the numbers I also got. And I know them, and they know me.
Ejako, the Kumasi celebrity, has done another video endorsing Nana Akufo-Addo again for this year's elections. Are you behind it?
No, Ejako, you see, PP is, it's like a religion. It's like a religion. And it's only few people who have opportunity to lead or to serve. It's a servant. I take it as a servant. So if you are serving, it means that you are serving some people. And if you are also leading, it means that you are leading a group. So Ejako is one of them. In Ashanti, if you meet 10 people, 9 people is MPP. That is the system. That is the system.
Okay, I see.
So now,
what else is happening?
So it means that we are going to this election with 90% target.
What else is happening among celebrities and endorsing parties in Kumasi? What is happening among your celebrities?
Among our celebrities?
Yeah, celebrities in Kumasi and endorsing NDC.
Because Paul, the most saddest thing is that, your relative or you yourself finishing school and you don't get jobs. Now, through Nana Akufo-Addo good governance, now people are getting jobs. Even now, if somebody want to come to Metro, you don't have to ask anybody. If you know the Google will direct you.
There,
yeah, it's the work of MPP.
No, that's global. That's not the work of MPP.
Look. If you
that would have happened with any government. It's global.
Please, if you don't do it, if you don't use it well, how can you benefit? If you don't use it well, if you have a phone, do you think that your phone?
Yeah, you must be able to use it. So what's the point you are making?
Yes, the point is that the government invested in and it makes sure the country is benefiting from it.
People complain about dollar to CD ratio. Businesses complain.
Yes.
Banks were closed down.
Yes.
And the economy became hard in Accra, Kumasi, and urban areas.
Yes.
Do people in Kumasi complain about the banking crisis, about dollar CD ratio? Do they complain about it?
When you say banking crisis means crisis. And when you talk about dollar MPP time, from 205 to 208, MPP government, former President Kufuor, he made 1 Ghana cedi as $1. Do you believe
yes,
that?
in the new redenomination. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, you remember. So 209, 209, the time they was coming to take over, it was 1 cedi 20 pesewa to $1. So from there, the NDC took it to 4 cedi 20 pesewa before MPP came. So the time we came, all these finances has been broken down. That is why IMF was in the country, and you cannot build Jerusalem in one day. You can break it one day, but if you want to build it, you need more time or 3 days to build it, the Jerusalem temple. So the time MPP came, then because IMF is here, we have to find a way to settle. And if you may recall, 2014, the IMF, their rep said that we have a financial institution has a challenge. So that time, God is Love, Noble Dream, DKM, and a lot of financial breakdown on John Dramani Mahama's time. So if you check, and the same is the same Bank of Ghana, so still the IMF people was here. So they said that, and even Dr. Bawumia, that time he was a candidate. Then he said about 8 to 10 banks are going to collapse. If you Google, you see, and you remember that the time we came. So all these banks was there, but they was died. They was there, but they wasn't alive.
No, we War Bank. So the time MPP came, MPP never collapsed any bank. What MPP did was that they consolidated. Do you understand about consolidation?
Yeah, I've been listening.
They joined them together because they are weak. You have head, you have eyes, you have nose, you have mouth, hands, this, belly, and this, intestines. Yes, we see everything is important. So they joined them together and strengthened them. So that time, people's money was there. So anybody who has put in his money in the bank, me, I was serving in the Royal Bank. You know,
you were saving, you're
I
a customer.
was saving.
You were saving, okay.
I was saving in the Royal Bank as a customer. You know, I was there. Actually, the time they announced that these banks have been consolidated, they never closed it. You are missing two. You know, say close down. They consolidated. They joined them together. You know, now the bank that they was running at loss. You know, in 2019, now consolidated bank, you know, now they are having profit.
Did you get your money from Royal Bank?
Of course, it was normal.
But some people didn't get their money.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Please, it's not true. We have something like the people who put their money into investment, like Pakwasi one. Yes, Pakwasi,
GN Bank.
GN Bank, and then Asian
Capital Bank.
Capital Bank and stuff. And you know what happened. Even Asian is trying to pay, so I don't want to go in. You know the time Pakwasi, I love Pakwasi so much.
You do?
Yes, he's my friend. I can't, yeah. But Pakwasi, the people who supposed to work for Pakwasi deceive him. You know, so the time he broke out from CPP to PPP, so Pakwasi presumed that the people who are working for him, all of them are PPP people. So he started opening offices across the country. So that time he was boasting so many offices across the country, and it was good. But that time, it's a PPP people. So PPP people who was working, they was thinking that the money is for Indum, not realizing that it's
people's deposit.
People's deposit, you know. So because Indum is a candidate, you know, so with the say Yansan Kasika, you know. I spoke to Pakwasi Indum myself. I'm not somebody who say things and I don't know. Do you know there's a man called Bishop, you know? It's a person Pakwasi trusted him so much. It's him who reported him to Bank of Ghana.
Bishop reported Pakwasi Indum to Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana that there's some money Pakwasi Indum has transferred to Nigeria to America. So there are so many things we don't say it. I know.
Pakwasi Indum transferred some money.
This is what
Bishop reported to Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana, you know, for them to trace it, and you know we have money laundering. You know we have money laundering. You know, recently you know that Asian was begging to go and pay. Yes. And when you talk about what to do for, also you know.
That's what.
You know that the time is there, the Green Book. You don't remember.
Which Green Book? NDC Green Book.
Muhammad Green Book.
What's the do for about Green Book?
That time they use Dufour Place. You know that time they use Bank of Ghana. They credited Dufour about 2 billion Ghana cedi.
Liquidity support.
Yes.
Liquidity support.
Yes. To
which other banks got as well?
Oh, to Dufour Bank, specific to Dufour Bank.
Okay.
So what they did was the contractors who supposed to do the jobs, then everybody want to go to Dufour bank to do it. So in the Green Book, you know, the road has been completed. So Dufour Bank have to pay. Take the certificate to go and pay. You know, but on the ground, there's no job done.
So what happened? So why?
So it means that John Mahama say, Yahweh Nampanaka Dompe. So John Mahama chewed all the meat and left the bones. So this is how it caused the financial crunch into Ghana. So Akufo-Addo only use his experience, he have a very good team, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, finance minister, Ken Oforiatta, and finance management team, good team, and they saw it appropriate that we have to, group them together, and then we have something called liquidity. Then they liquefy it and put some money, cash into it. Now it's life, They just put life support to this bank. Now they are alive. So there's no bank MPP came to collapse it. No. Still
that's very interesting.
There. No,
I get it. What would be your last word on this program, Chairman?
My last word will be the MPP people. Now we are not in normal times, so we have to listen to our constituency chairmen and our executives and the police station people to touch base.
Is there going to be a rally for this election, given COVID?
I don't think so. I'm not the president.
The president will decide.
It's the only.
But are you prepared for an Ashanti regional campaign without rallies?
No, these days, because I said that is why I said it's a science and data elections. It's a movement. Nowadays, because we are not in normal times, we have a Ghana medical team, who came out to come and advise the president how we should do, and recently England and America, the COVID has been sparked again. So we cannot afford into the distance. So the technical people, how they will advise the president, we go. If they said we should jump in, we will go. If they said, okay, we should do it in science and data, as I'm continuously saying, we go. We are ready. Because now, people have decided already the elections. Now it left with 15 weeks, 15 weeks.
Oh, really? We are only 15 weeks?
Yes!
A lot of people have sent me a message that I should greet you, but I have to see written, some are more important than some anyway. Yofi Grant, ZIPC, says that he salutes you.
I salute him more.
He said for what you are saying and the kinds of things you're saying, It's, okay, somebody said, one of the lawyers, he said, please show the clip of John Mahama to support what Wontumi is saying. We all saw the clip. Okay. A lot of messages. MPP people really love you, Chairman.
I also love them. I love them more.
I see. Okay, here's an NDC person says that he's enjoying the interview. Herbert Crapper says that, you know him, don't you? He says, please tell Chairman that I want one of his shirts.
You will be given.
Somebody says that Chairman Wontumi has made the case for the election. Solid, solid, solid. It is indeed a science and data. Chairman, you do all. Don't go to Kumasi now. Stay small.
Thank you.
Then, this is, the people, they like you. Manuel says Wontumi is solid, 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 solid. Too heavy. You enjoy a lot of fans.
That is my heritage.
From the way the NPP people are writing, maybe tomorrow you can be a presidential candidate or something like that. Tomorrow?
Jeremiah said, I don't know how to talk. I'm an infant. These people, they call me illiterate. So that's my position. I'm a chairman.
Who calls you illiterate?
The NDC people.
Oh, really?
Oh, this is what they call me.
After defeating them in 2016?
This is what they call me.
They're still calling you illiterate?
Yeah, interestingly, they say a lot of things, about
this man says that I am an economist. I have a PhD in economics. I have never seen such solid analysis of the comparison between John Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo. Chairman Wontumi is a brilliant guy. So an economics PhD is saying that he thinks that you are a really brilliant guy.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't have a certificate. And
Oh, you have one from Prempeh College. The other day you said you went. They said you went to Prempeh College and you were there.
I went to Prempeh, but I haven't collected.
Somebody says, we are watching from Ditchem, so there are about 30 of us near the TV set. Tell Chairman that we are here, we are for him, and we are watching in Ditchem, so, and it will be 47-47 by the grace of God.
Yes.
Where is Ditchem, so?
Ditchem, so is a center of Kumasi, near Menchia, the place our king lives. You know.
Oh, the Menchia Palace. I was going to ask about the king.
I say near.
Near, okay.
Yes, Crow from Adrian Quanta. The CPC. That is the you know, you are talking about.
Some that. NDC man says, ask him why he was called Benghazi in Prempeh College and why he didn't pay school fees for 3 years. You didn't pay school fees for 3 years.
Some people got what do you call it? Scholarships. You know.
So you didn't pay school fees.
Maybe I have a scholarship.
Kojo Frimpong, who was a parliamentary candidate for Wenchi, he didn't win for MPP. He says Wontumi is really sharp. His understanding of the terrain is solid. Science and data all the way. Greetings to my Bono Regional Chairman, Abronya as well. Science and data. Okay. This science and data, it looks like people like it.
Thank you. My final word would be, you know, we are building a nation. And it's not, building a nation is not about MPP and NDC. Building a nation,
the Deputy Attorney General, Godfrey Dami, says that Chairman has really exhibited his intellectual acumen tonight. The ability to break complex matters down for the ordinary man to understand is the hallmark of intelligence. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's the government lawyer talking about you.
Thank you. I'm humble too.
No, you are getting a lot, so many.
Thank
you. Have had 3,000 comments.
My brother, I'm humble to
receive on Facebook. 3,000 comments. I don't know. I'm going to read that.
3,000 comments. 3,000 comments. So how many rich?
The rich is not 3,000, but the comments are 3,000.
No, how many?
I'll tell you when we are finished.
Yes. So my final comment will be...
Kofi Bami says simply brilliant.
Yes, my final comment will be that...
Yes, let's finish it.
We are building a nation, and what is important is not MPP and NDC, but we have to learn from a country who have developed
recently. Kojo Chumbuafo has a question for you. You know who he is?
Okay.
He says, I'm watching you. Has Chairman Wontumi written his name all over his shirt? Anokwa. Okay. Please ask him that under President Kufuor, there was doomsday for 1.5 years. Is Kufuor too evil, or wasn't he in the country then?
Yes. You know, the time Kufuor came, you know, Kufuor took the country from Hipik. You know, Kufuor, we went to Hipik, you know, and Kufuor wasn't ashamed to announce it to everybody. But after that, Kufuor use his weakness as his strong side, you know. Then Kufuor moved from Hipik to second or second class country, you know. So what
Ghana did well under Kufuor.
Yes,
I mean the 8 years was great.
Yes,
from 2001 to 2007.
So Kufuor admitted his weakness. You know, Kufuor admitted his weakness, you know, but he took advantage from his weakness. And so somebody will say, practice make a man perfect. But Kufuor profited from the hipping or the pains that we went in. That is why in Kufuor, he developed it from HIPIC to free maternity care. You know, all of us, you know, we are man, you know, to be back to back. The God take the offspring from us to create a woman. But from that creation up to date, it's a woman who give birth to man and woman. You know, so Kufuor realized that it is appropriate and prudent, you know, for women to have a free maternity care, you know, and also to develop national health insurance, you know. So look at how Kufuor took us, you know, where he took us from and where he ended at You know, this is what he have to talk about, not where he took us, but the ending of Kufuor.
Nanaya Okunedu, I don't know whether you remember him. He says you should tell him that he may not remember, but he bought food for me when I was hungry. He says he lives in Germany.
Oh, Nanaya, my brother.
You know who that is?
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, another one says that Chairman Wontumi should get off our TV. Ask him how many children and how many wives he has. Oh, but it's not a question. I can't ask that question. I don't want to ask that question.
No. I will, if you want to know, I will know.
How many children, how many wives
you see, the Nakufuado said, if you want to be a businessman, you don't have to join the government.
Yes.
So me, Wontumi, I'm not in any board, and I'm not in any government payroll. And we also saw that our former president, John Dramani Mahama, recently, we have saw a guest, Tracy Boakye and Mesbeh, showing off their houses. Where did they get the money to buy that house? And they keep on saying, Papano, Papano, my old man. Now this is what is in town now. Papano the Toma me, sir, Papano. Anything I have is for me. I haven't benefit or have any monument from the government before. So anything I have.
But is that the answer to the question of how many wives and children?
No, it's a description to his answer. Okay. You have to give description for him to know that, you know, somebody have opportunity, and you use our money. Now you go to the the Facebook and YouTube and stuff. You will know how the former President Mahama has used our money, and we know his pay. Where did he get the money to buy these houses for them? Because they are boasting about not one or two houses, or not one or two or three cars. Where did he get it from?
I mean, it's all speculation. I don't know about.
No,
I don't want to be involved in that.
It's the truth and the fact.
But
it's the truth and the fact. If you want us to dive, we will dive in.
No, I don't want to.
And yes, if you want us to dive, we will dive in.
Because they didn't mention anybody's name, but
no.
I've seen some of the videos.
Do you know Kenny?
Who is Kenny?
You don't know Kenny?
Who is Kenny? Oh, the latest, I've seen it.
You have seen it.
I've seen it. My people have showed it.
That is why yes, it's the same description of government official one. It's the same.
Oh, that's Airbus, man.
Oh, yes. This the same owner. This is the same owner who owns that, I guess. The government official one is the owner of Tracy and the Mesbeh. Government official one. So if you want us to play in the political way, we go in. I have the straight answer for them.
I'm just baffled about how you answer a question about how many children and wives you have with all this. Like, you've gone all the way to Airbus.
Yes, because it tells you where the person is coming from.
But the person is an NDC person.
Yeah, okay,
no doubt.
Okay, now, yes. Yeah, now you are confirming. So per his fruit. Now, he should go on and, answer what do you call it? Ahoy is writing.
About who?
About Rawlings.
Yeah, that's different. That's not
No, it's not different. We are ruling Ghana. He's making wild allegations. Serious allegations.
About J.J. Rawlings.
About J.J. Rawlings.
President.
About J.J. Rawlings.
And he's not a candidate.
It's not but it's Ghana. It's
Ghana,
everything.
Yes.
It's a system.
What has that got to do with anything?
So now the NDC very soon, Rawlings has said it already. And once they put it into auction, I will go and buy it and then
consolidate the NDC. You buy it?
Yeah, of course.
And consolidate.
Consolidate it.
I see.
Yes.
How is Nana Akufo-Addo doing?
He's doing well. Today he went to the Wenya to, now we have a modern technology to do farming. That is the greenhousing. Any country who want to do the modern technology farming, then you have to know how you can use the land. God is not going to create a land again. And Ghana population keep on increasing. It means that we have to use technology or knowledge, so that our land, even if it is small, we can manage for us to have plenty food and also export it or give or or serve the whole West Africa, or as Africa or the world as a whole. So today, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he went into the Wenya to open greenhouse farming, and I think it's a very encouraging lesson for our Greek system, because Ghana cannot develop without agriculture.
Say a prayer for us. We have to end now.
We have to pray.
We have to end. So we want to end with a prayer.
With prayer. Then I'll pray in Hebrew.
Hebrew?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Shamak Israel Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekad, we ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, uvika naveshika, uvika miyodika, tode yashach, tode yashach, tode yashach. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as forgiving those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I'm short of words. Okay, viewers, thank you for staying with us for so long. We apologize for taking too much of your time. My name is Adom. Have a good weekend. Good night.